Hello, you beautiful people, past, present, and yes, and for those in the future, welcome back to levels 1 through 15.xgu. My name is Claude, and today we are gaining ourselves another level, but we also have some new things that I want to share with you. So, we are now level 30, which means we can have a new weapon, the Wind Piney. Our strength went from 26 to 30 or something like that. Maybe double check just in case, but I'm pretty sure it's like, yeah, 31, excuse me, even better. So I'm hoping with 6 extra power, we're going to be able to do max damage, here. And give me 1 second, guys. I gotta adjust my camera. I just got a new seat, and I'm just trying to figure out how, like that. There we go. That much better. Much better. Much better. But welcome one and all. I do appreciate all of you being here. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Let's see what this new weapon looks like. Hey Knights, how's it going? Hope you have a fantastic day. Welcome. Ooh, okay. Piney's looking pretty nice. Yes, we got ourselves the Wind Piney. You know. It's honestly, it looks really good. It looks really cool. I'm really happy that we're now level 30. We'll be able to use it, and I think that this might be the only new weapon we're going to be getting for the long while. Ooh, so that double. Ooh, okay, having 2 wind elemental things just doubles the chance of Ooh, okay, that is good to know. Okay, so when it comes to the elemental affinities for weapons, basically what happens is that there is a chance that you will deal extra elemental damage depending on like what equipment you get. So by equipping 2 of these elements here, oh, here we go, we reached the max, 9999, let's go. So by reaching the max, you know, or not reaching, that's what I'm saying. I don't know, it's probably some kind, I don't know what it is, but I feel as though these weapons are faster. It just feels faster. I know, like it's the same attack speed and everything, but these weapons, they look cool. They look very flashy, and I'm here for it. I am most certainly here for it. You know. Here we go. We're gonna fight the goblins. There we go. It just feel like the attacks feel faster, you know? I don't know how to explain it. It is something. I hope everyone's having a fantastic night. Me, I am not always. I am pretty tired at the moment. It has been a long freaking day. Flashy is always fun. Oh, absolutely. And plus the weapons look pretty cool. The weapons look absolutely phenomenal. I'm in love with these new weapons. And I think the next weapon type, I'll have to see, I don't even know if they're available right now because we're not further ahead in the story, because the most that we can get right now is the end of the Piney. This is the strongest that we can get currently. Ooh, critical hit 9999. We have finally hit the max damage cap. I know, yeah, that was a crit, but still. We have officially hit the maximum damage threshold when it comes to this, you know? It just looks so cool. Looks so flashy, yes. Boom. There we go. I don't know what it is. It's just like, whoop whoop. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop, we're doing fine, we're doing dandy. And I'm only going to be doing 1 level today because I do have work in the morning, but we'll definitely get this level 31. We are coming close to it. Oh, come on. We are coming close to the end. We are coming close to the end. 20 more levels, and then that is it. You know. Only 20 levels. Yes, we are getting there. We are doing this. Man, it's just, I am so anxious. Not anxious, but I really want to see the final count for how many enemies we've defeated. Oh, speaking of which, I forgot to put up the information. Oops, oopsie poopsie. I think that would be better for everyone to see. That's fair. I have work in tomorrow too. Yeah. I mean, work is something, man. If only we didn't have to work, you know. Hey, we gotta keep ourselves busy. We gotta be productive. Gotta get the money. Gotta get the money. All the money. Give me 1 second, guys. I forgot to put up the information for the There we go. Whoop. We're why is it all the way over here? Oh, come on. Okay, I gotta pull these things over. Give me 1 second, guys. I do not know why it's all the way over there. Let me see. Where'd my information go? You see, I don't know why I got all garbage. Give me. Oh. Sure. I don't know why my information's not showing up, guys. Ah, poo. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. Yep, enemies defeated. Actually, you know, maybe I could do that. Maybe I could type it in. You know. There we go, there we go. We'll just have to add a new thing. There we go. I don't know why it keeps disappearing on me. I don't like it. Now I need the other one. There we go. We got it. We got the time. Don't disappear on me again. Gotta need you. Hey, Maxie, I hope you're having a fantastic night. Welcome, welcome. It's good to have you here. We actually just got started, and I'm fixing all my information because apparently OBS didn't like the fact that I was keeping track of all this. Welcome, welcome. yes, it is in fact .hack, not just .hack, .hack GU, and not just .hack GU. It is .hack GU level 1 through 50 in this freaking dungeon, Peaceful Landing Freedom. It is a dungeon. It is a something. We are here fighting all of these enemies. We also got a new weapon, the Windpine, which is pretty nice, pretty snazzy. Look at that. 8,000 damage now. We are almost at the damage cap. It's crazy. Excuse me. .hack still equals .hack. Yes, that is true. That is true. GU is still .hack. And it will always be the .hack. It is the .hack of the GU. And if I sound a little bit nasally, it's because I was outside for work all day today in the rain. So, might be a little sniffling, sneezing, you know, all that good stuff. And weather, am I right? It's just like, you're outside all day, you know, in the rain, and then the rain has to give you the sniffles. Why? Why rain? Why must the rain happen? I get it, you know, we need rain. But I don't want to sneeze, I don't want the stuffy nose. Yeah, come over here. It's alright, I got my tea. I got you guys here. You know, you wonderful people who are watching right now. You're awesome. I'm here. We are going to get to level 31. Excuse me. Ooh. At least we can hit the max damage cap during the sneak attacks. Sneak attacks are definitely something. Because I'm guessing we're going to need to be about 35. No, not 35. We're going to need to be about maybe 2 or 3 more levels before we can naturally get to the damage cap. Yeah, I wish the rain was more pleasant. Yeah. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I like the rain. The rain feels cool. But when you're outside all day in it, you know, it gets cold. And then you get cold. And then your body's like, nah, you gotta stay in bed after all that. And I'm like, no, I've got an adoring audience who wants to see me and have a good time. You know, I will push forth so that way I may give you all the best content possible as I know possible. Besides, I am doing this for the dot hack community. It is my honor and my duty as a dot hack creator to finish this challenge as soon as possible. Because we are coming close to it. So I still hope to get this challenge done before July. Like maybe have like the final level be on my birthday or like close to it. Something like that. Because once we get to that level 50 mark, that's going to be a big celebration. That's going to be a big time. Excuse me. And then, if you think we're stopping there, we're going to do the same thing, but for volumes 2 and 3. But volumes 2 and 3 will be much faster. Oh, excuse me. Volumes 2 and 3 will be much faster with this. For 2 reasons. 1, speed charms. We will be able to buy speed charms, which increases our speed by 25%. And then the speed augments. And with the equipment, the max equipment slot early on will be 2, so an extra 10% movement speed is always going to be nice. So 45% movement speed. You know, granted we'll have to buy a whole lot of speed charms, but you know, a little bit of speed charms versus actually not using them. That's going to speed up this time like drastically. 45% more speed is 45% more. And we'd be able to finish these dungeon runs a lot faster, you know. And I don't think, like, another Amber's Eye is going to change the experience gain at all. What party did we miss? Oh, you didn't miss the party. The party's right here, Titan. We are here. This is the party. Welcome. We don't have any food. Just me. You have me. I am the life of the party. Boop. Boop. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Going out, finding out, getting rid of all these swords. Da 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 da, da 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 da, da da da, da 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 da, da 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 da. Here I go, fighting all these goblins now. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I gotta get used to all these. See what they do. Oh, here we go. I gotta remember that there is a button that centers the camera. That's gonna be very helpful. There you go. Got it. Oh, okay. Ow, how dare you. 92. Let's go. Let's go. Honestly, we're all, like, not even, we're 21 minutes in so far and we already have 100 experience. Is it just me? Or are these swords a lot faster than the other ones we've been using? Is it just me? Am I going crazy here? Do certain weapons give you much better attack speeds? Yeah, something feels different about this. Something most certainly feels different about this. It might just be me. I don't know. Maybe after doing this type of challenge so long, I'm going crazy. So is everyone ready for the Deadpool and Batman crossover? Is there really going to be a Batman-Deadpool crossover? Oh god. You take one character that is super serious, like, and you put him right next to a guy that takes nothing seriously. I think that would either be really funny or just very... There would be a tonal whiplash, you know? Don't get me wrong, I like both Batman and Deadpool, but having them both together in a movie, or like some kind of crossover, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how well that would work. Yeah, I think it's an interesting idea, but Deadpool would probably end up, you know, overshadowing Batman a lot. That's for sure. Like he's like Deadpool is always front and center with everything. Yeah, it's happening in the comics soonish. Really now? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to check that out. Because I do like both. I like Batman and I like Deadpool. I just never would have thought they would have like any sort of a crossover, you know? But then again, Deadpool has broken the fourth wall several times. You know? And I believe he's even like, I believe there were times where like he broke the fourth wall to a point where he pretty much, let's just say, erased the entire MC. Yeah, I can't remember what comic that was, but I think like at some point Deadpool became like evil and decided to kill pretty much every one of the Marvel superheroes or something like that. It has been a long while since I've read any sort of Deadpool comics, but I just know that Deadpool is called the Merc with the Mouth for the reason. He is very loud. He is a very loud superhero, and Batman is a... Batman makes an entrance. His actions only. Deadpool's mouth is... Honestly, now that I think about it, I think that probably would be cool. I think that would be a interesting comic series, you know? Nope, no, I'm not... I don't know. Stop it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ooh, let's go fight a kite. Da, 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 da. Marvel and DC has few crossovers. Oh, Deadpool deletes the Marvel universe. There we go. That's what I was thinking of. Doesn't like be type of the... Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah. I might have flubbed here, like, it's funny, I can say certain words. I try to censor myself if I can, but sometimes it just kind of slips out. But yes, Deadpool erases the Marvel universe. Let's use erase in place of that word, you know? You know, so that way, if you're going to, you know, type it out, just type erase instead. But not to mention, that sounds a lot funnier. So Deadpool breaking out of the pages, takes an eraser and just erases the entire MC. And DC to an extent. Honestly, I am not surprised that Deadpool, you know, yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if Deadpool, you know, erased both, you know, at some, you're like, you know what? I'm tired of this crap. I'm just going to erase all of you. And then I'm going to write my own comic book. Honestly, that would be an interesting idea for a story. Deadpool, getting bored of the stories that is being written about him, he ends up breaking the fourth wall and writes his own comic. Kind of similar to how, like, the Deadpool video game did, where he pretty much made his own, quote-unquote, video game, blew all the budget. I think that would be an interesting thing to see, like, as a comic, too, you know? Like, just to see, like, what Deadpool's imagination is like about himself, you know? It's like all the crazy shenanigans he could get himself into, just from his own mind. His own fractured mind, I should say. Hello, I can see it. Yes, you can see it, so you know what I'm talking about. Because he is just like, he's that chaotic. Be like, you know what? I think I could do better than these creators. Really? You think you could do better than people who get paid to do this professionally? What are you talking about? Deadpool here is very professional. Yeah, I'm very professional at what I do. Doesn't mean I'm good at it. I don't know. My mind's... Sometimes I feel like my mind is similar to Deadpool's. Because it's just all over the place, you know? Got one thought and then another. People beat up. Boop. Boop. Get over here. And then She-Hulk has to fix things. Yes, exactly. Yeah, that will be interesting. Yeah, just She-Hulk is the She-Hulk is, I guess, the protagonist slash antagonist, quote unquote. I don't know. So how's it going? I am pretty tired here, Titan. I've had a long day today. I've been out in the rain. You know, just yeah, it's my allergies and stuff have been keeping up. Not to mention, you know, a little bit sleep. I did take a nap before hopping on the stream tonight, and I'm hoping that helps some things. Haseo with Spiral Power from I have no idea what that is. And shame we can't easily recommend new book series around here either. Look, you can recommend book series, but you cannot redeem book series. It's only for games, you know? But what can be done in the meantime? Well, you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the conversations between me, you, and the rest of us watching in this stream, you know? Well, like, we're all having a collective conversation, you know? I talk to you, you talk to me, you keep me awake, and I try to provide you with the entertainment that you guys deserve. You know? Because you guys are awesome. You guys are pretty cool, I would say. Very, very cool. There we go. Expedition 33, from what I heard, is epic. It may rival the last remnant epicness. Oh yeah, Expedition 33 just looks absolutely beautiful, man. For 50 bucks, a turn-based RPG that just it sounds so beautiful. I really want to get it. It looks so good. I mean, I have to wait till I get 50 bucks though. I'm hoping the crossover starts a new era of Marvel and DC. Honestly, I hope so too. Yeah, I know they're competitors, but I think they could do so well doing crossover, you know? A new era of Marvel and DC work together on which crossover? Something like a related? No, Titan. We were talking about how Deadpool is actually doing a crossover with Batman here very soon. And Knight was just stating that it would be nice if they did more collaborations, you know? You know, where you got all these other characters interacting with, you know, all the universes, you know? How dare you guys? How dare you? How dare the goblins attack me? I didn't do anything to them. Not really. Because they're fine. You know, they reappear back in this dungeon when I come back. So it's, you know, it's fine. You know, these goblins are fine. You know, they're okay. They're doing a good job. They're doing the best they could. Da da da. Bum ba da ba da ba da bum ba dum bum. Rum bum. Rum ba da bum lum blum. Plum 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 plum. You know, at this point, I'm so used to how to get into these areas that I just literally did this like transition one-handed while I was drinking my tea. I am so used to this that I can more or less do these battles one-handed. Maybe, actually, you know what? I think it'll be fun. Maybe try to do this with one hand. Here we go. There we go. There we go. I'm doing this with one hand. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get through these next series of battles one-handed. There we go. There we go. Let's do this one-handed. There we go. There we go. Not too bad. Not too bad. There we go. Honestly, wouldn't this be a challenge? Doing dot hack GU one-handed. There we go. That is certainly something. That's certainly fun. That was certainly fun. Boop. 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 Dee-dee-dee. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. And these poor goblins. What did they do to deserve this carnage? I hope it ends up like 90s, where both companies' characters just fight each other again. Yeah, I hope so too, because there's just like there's only so much you could do with the characters, you know. Granted, I don't read too many comic books anymore, mostly due to time, but honestly, I think we could use more crossover ideas. We could use more like of these companies coming together, you know? Yeah, good old collaboration events, as it were. Good old collaboration between Marvel and DC, you know? Yeah. Honestly, we need better. I think we need some better superhero movies. Because there's only a handful of good superhero movies that I recommend. Like, we need a proper Justice League movie that is not crap. Let's see what else. Man, I heard the Aquaman movie. Yeah, with Jason Momoa. I heard they're pretty fine. And I know a couple of the Superman movies are pretty good too. Yeah, like what's his name? Henry Cavill? Yeah, hitting like his Superman movies are pretty good too. I'm trying to think. What other movies? What other superhero movies recently? I do not know. I do not know Semi yet. I know green eggs and ham. The first Aquaman was good. The second one was eh. You know, it's just okay. It's just fine. Yeah. I mean, it's better to be than nah. Better to be than nah, you know? Boop. 200 experience! Let's go! Half hour in, and we got 200 experience. Hell yeah. Let's go. I'm trying to think what other superhero movies. Yeah, it's not great, but it's not horrible. It's just like one of those one and done movies where, like, you know what, I'll put this in the background while I'm doing something kind of movie, right? And that's kind of the impression I'm getting from Aquaman 2. Yeah, now I think about it, there's not really too, because there were used to be like this huge superhero craze like years ago, back when Marvel was their interconnected universe stuff. I'm not sure how I feel about the new Avengers Doom movie. I'm not entirely too. I don't know if that's going to be good. You know? I mean, putting Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom, like especially after his role as Tony Stark, I think people are more going to see Tony than Doctor Doom. Unless they're going to do some kind of like alternate thing where Tony turned into Doctor Doom, which I guess that's possible too, but at the same time, I don't know, it's just kind of... I mean, the Marvel movies have not been doing so well, maybe with the exception of Deadpool. Like, they haven't really been doing all that well since Endgame. The Doctor Strange movies haven't been doing too well. The Multiverse of Madness isn't against well. I mean, interesting concept, but I don't think that movie did very well. I could be wrong. Then there is... I actually don't know what other superheroes coming out this year, or even recently. I don't know. I need to get caught up on what movies are releasing, you know? I don't even know what, like, not just superhero movies, but movies in general. I don't even know what's coming out. Because I don't really see too many good movie trailers that catch my interest, you know? I mean, I heard the Minecraft movie was but, you know, it's not my cup of tea, but apparently it's making a lot of money. But, I mean, to be expected, it's Minecraft. Captain America 4 was good, but it didn't do great. Yeah, that's kind of the sad thing about it then, huh? Like, sometimes these movies, like, they can do really well with the audiences, but they just don't make a whole lot of money, you know? What other movies are coming out? I'm trying to think, because I haven't really been seeing too many movie trailers that I've seen, like, found interesting. If we're going based off of Disney movies, I hear Lilo and Stitch is... a lot of people don't like the new Lilo and Stitch remake. My one and only interest is in Megan 2. I have to watch Megan 1. I mean, that looks like a good movie. Like, the fact that they're getting the sequel means it's gotta be doing something right. Excuse me. Excuse me, Megan 2.0. We can't forget the .0. It's not Megan 2, it's Megan 2.0. The .0. The 0 points. With the 2 in front. Oh, yeah, the boat. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Oh boy, oh brother, oh me, oh boy. But yeah, in terms of games that I'm looking forward to, I really want to play Expedition 33. I heard Doom the Dark Ages is pretty good. And that looks sick. I do like the idea of Doom guy being in medieval times. Not medieval times, but you know, like dark fantasy. I mean, honestly, that very fitting for Doom guy. What other things are coming? I really don't know. I'm trying to think of what other new games are coming out. I still want to try Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. That seems like such a fun game. I love the setting of the first game, and I'm really anxious to get to try the second one. Yeah, if I ever do get the chance. I do want to also try the Oblivion remake, the Elder Scrolls Oblivion remake, or excuse me, remaster. That seems fun. That seems like a good game. Excuse me. Excuse me. What a time, what a day. 9999. 8023. We're doing 8023 damage. Otherwise known as damage. I'm waiting for 2xKO at the moment. What is 2xKO? What game is that? Or game, movie, whatever the case may be. Hey, what's that about? 2xKO. Two cross knockout. 2x kangaroo officer. I don't know. Yeah, what is that? I don't think I've ever heard of that. I don't suppose I know what that is. It is something, I believe. 2 for 1, let's go. It's a League of Legends fighting game. Honestly, that is one game series I never really got into, League of Legends. I don't know what it is. You know, I've tried team-based games before, but it just wasn't really my cup of tea. But hey, that's awesome that they're getting a fighting game. I know a lot of people like League of Legends. Especially since they already have like established characters they could just pull from. I'm sure it will make a good fighting game. Oh yeah, speaking of fighting games, one of the fighting games that I have been revisiting is Dragon Ball Fighters. Fighter Z. I mean, I don't usually play like one-on-one fighters like that, but I mean, Fighter Z is still pretty fun, you know. I think it's made by the same guys who did the what was it? Something blue, like Arc Blue or like those kind of. What is it? Oh man, my mind's really going a blank here. I cannot remember names for the life of me at the moment. My brain be not working at all. Not at all. Not at all. Hey, another health drink. We do like to get ourselves a drink. Blaze Blue. That's what it's called. Yes. From the creators of Blaze Blue. Yes. I mean, I enjoyed Fighters. I did enjoy the fast pace of it. But for me, nothing beats Tenkaichi 3. Maybe Sparking Zero. But Budokai Tenkaichi 3 was a great game. In fact, man, that's one of the games that I should play here on the channel if I could get it to work. I'll have to see if I have my old PS2 copy and see if I can rip the game from. Then I'll play it for stream. Because that is one of the games where I remember I spent so much time on Tenkaichi 3, and then just being so good at it that, you know, I was able to do like all of the bonus content just fine. I wasn't the best at it or anything, but you know, it was just like I knew how the controls work and how to go around it. But now, we're talking like 10 years ago. Budokai Tenkaichi 3 is fun. It's so is Ninja Storm 4. Oh yeah, Naruto Ninja Storm. You know, that's another game I want to play for the channel again. It's not necessarily Ninja Storm, but Naruto Uzumaki Chronicles and the Naruto Shippuden, it's like a PSP game. I forgot what it was called. It was like Ultimate Ninja Chronicles 4, I think it was. No, I don't think that was the name of the PSP title, but basically it's a Dynasty Warriors Naruto game in a way. Yeah, I want to say it was Ultimate Ninja Chronicles, you know, or something to that effect. Oh, hey, Nako, give me your book. I want that book. I'll give you Storm. I give you Storm. You give me book. Thank you. Man, my nose is itchy. My nose be itchy. My nose itchy. I'm probably gonna have to get some paper towels and just kind of blow my nose here like it. I'm gonna look into it. Sounds fun. Oh yeah, like there's a lot of good games for the PSP and the PS2 era. Like going over the Naruto games that I mentioned, like Uzumaki Chronicles, 1 and 2, like they were some pretty good games. They're like, I think, early PS2 games in terms of like the first one, and then like they did a lot better with Uzumaki Chronicles 2, as the story was definitely a lot better. But I remember in that game, like in order to like get the most out of your abilities, you had kind of like these chips that you had to place in slots that are corresponding with character's board, and like the more you pay, you can upgrade it to fit more slots in it, and it sort of acted like a puzzle game in a way, where you had to fit like certain abilities and certain things in order to get the most out of that character. It was pretty fun. It was I guess you could say it is a stage-based beat 'em up, I guess you could say. Or you pretty much, you know, enter an area, you beat up some enemies. Sometimes fight a boss at the end. It was such a fun game, like 1 and 2. It was a Wiki Chronicles. And then you had the Ultimate Ninja games. Again, if it's the same one I'm thinking of, like the one for PSP, like had its own dedicated story mode, where you went through like in a sort of Dynasty War kind of playthrough, where you go around beating up all these ninja, filling at the objectives and whatnot. Something to that thing. It has been a long while. I think I might still have it somewhere. I have to look. Yeah, blew my nose. Sorry. Nasty. No, disgusting. Very disgusting. Guys, do me a favor. Never get sick. Never get the sniffles. Never go out in the rain unless you absolutely have to. Like I do. Ultimate Ninja 3 was fun. Only from one of those games I played. Yeah, I mean, they had like so many of the Ultimate Ninja games. Like specifically for the PS2. I remember, I think Ultimate Ninja 2 was, let's see, I think it was also for the, but it was a, if I'm thinking of it, no. Okay, I really gotta think back of the, I know that there were some like 2D fighters. Like, some of them were pretty good, some of them were a little bit awkward, and then they would switch to like a 3D arena fighters, like for the Naruto series. I've recently been playing a lot of Castlevania games, Symphony of the Night and Lament of Innocence in particular. I have never played Lament of Innocence prior to this, but I don't think I like it as much as Curse of Darkness, but it is still a fun game. It definitely has early PS2 jank, but it is still pretty decent game. I just wish I wish Konami would release the HD version, like modern system, because currently the HD version of Lament of Innocence is only on the PS3, and well, in Curse of Darkness hasn't even gotten any sort of like HD update, so kind of disappointing. Kind of disappointed in that. Hey, what can you do? What can you do? What can you do now? I do not know. Yeah. Let's see. In terms of other PS2 games that I've been. Oh man, I played a lot of Dinosaurs as a kid. So do I. I still have my copy of Dinosaur that I pop in from time. It's just like, it is such a simple game. It is a Castlevania game that. I don't think it's as memorable as, say, Symphony of the Night, but it is definitely a very fun game, especially when you master the Soul Stealing system. I don't know what it's called. Die-hard Castlevania fans might correct me on it, but where you steal the soul and then you'll be able to like upgrade it by stealing more of that particular enemy's souls. Yes. I mean, honestly, like, that was the best part of those games. Like, Dinosaur and Aria Sora, like, they're so siphons. I've just bought that for now. It's just so unique for them. And it made sense, lore-wise, too. You know, I like when they mix gameplay and lore together. Like that. Honestly, I wish we got more Castlevania games to, like the older ones that we used to get. Not Lords of Shadows. I mean, I think Lord of Shadows kind of killed the series. As far as I'm aware, there's no more Castlevania series games. I mean, if you really want to consider Bloodstained a Castlevania game, go right ahead. I mean, it's a spiritual successor, but I want a true blue Castlevania game, you know? And I'm really happy that they released Dawn of Sorrows, Portrait of Ruin, and Order of Ecclesia on modern systems. That is surprising. They ported over the Nintendo DS games to modern consoles and like Steam. So they did that with the Game Boy Advance games, and they also did that with the Nintendo DS games. I am hoping that at some point down the line, we will be able to see a PS2 collection. Not Ario, sorry, I'm saying. Lament of Innocence and Castlevania Curse of Darkness. I want to see a bundled game like that. A PS2 remastered where they work the game, polish it up, and then release it on modern systems. You know? And maybe if they're able to, maybe they could throw in some new content. Yeah, I would like to see some new content too. You know. I don't think it's gonna, like, in this theoretical bundle, I don't think they'll be able to do, like, the save states like they do. And I think there's save states in the updated collection. Like, for Steam and everything. That's on my wish list. I'm gonna have to get something. But still, I think that's, like... I want a remake of 64, huh? Which one? Like, which Castlevania 64 are you talking about? Are you talking about... like Castlevania 64 or the pseudo remake that they did about a year or two later? Or are you referring to both? Because from my knowledge of the 64 titles, there were 64, but that did horribly, and so they released the other Castlevania for the NES and 64. But that was essentially more or less a remake of that game, sort of, kind of. At least if my Castlevania knowledge serves me well here. You know, that, honestly, now that I think about it, I've never played Castlevania 64 or the N64. Okay, Castlevania 64. You know, I have never actually played that game. You know, I had an N64, but I've never actually ended up playing it. I mean, if I can find a copy, I'm definitely going to have to give it a try. Yeah, because sadly, a lot of the N64 cartridges are just either like really hard to get or just like you can't find them anymore, which kind of sucks, but I think it would be great for Castlevania 64. For gaming preservation wise, I think they should. Honestly, now that I think about it, let's put this idea into perspective. What if they released a bundle where you had Castlevania 64, the other Castlevania N64 game, and then the two PS2 titles? It's bad and it needs a remake. Yeah, it certainly needs a remake. I don't think there's ever going to be a remake of it, but I think it would be interesting to it. But I guess in this theoretical thing, I want them to do like they did with the Dracula X Chronicle for the PSP, where you had the updated version, like let's just say that they do update Castlevania 64, like remake it from the ground up. You know, I want them to have that be the main game, and then once you defeated it, you got access to some of the other titles, like Castlevania Curse of Darkness, or Castlevania Lament of Innocence. I think that would be just amazing rewards for completing that game, you know, like in that theoretical sense. And then, you know, if you did beat, you know, this potential remake, you'll be able to play the original Castlevania 64. You could call it the Castlevania Origins Collection. Ooh, that actually does sound... honestly, now that I think about it, that actually sounds pretty cool. Yeah, that would be cool. Castlevania Origins Collection, where there's a remake of Castlevania 64, along with HD remasters of Curse of Darkness, as well as Lament of Innocence. Because they're, like, essentially the 3D tiles that everyone sort of remembers. Like, in terms of, like, maybe not so much 64, but, you know, I think it would definitely drive a lot of sales. You know, set the price at probably $60, you know, $20 a game, plus, you know, you got the extra content. And I think it would sell. I definitely think that would sell. I would definitely buy it. You know, as long as they keep it, like, at least $50, $60. Then I would buy. And honestly, Konami has been doing really well with their ports of these older games here as of late. They didn't just port like Castlevania games, they've been porting a lot of the older Yu-Gi-Oh games as well. Like the recent Yu-Gi-Oh collections where they ported over games that we never got here in the States as well. Like, and properly translated and everything. So if they could do that for Castlevania as well, I think that would be very great. I think that would be very cool. I think that would just be neat. I think that would be just so swell. I think that would be quite awesome. And honestly, just coming from a Castlevania fan, like, Curse of Darkness is going to be my favorite Castlevania. Because not only did it improve the combat system of Lament of Innocence so much, but it also ended up, you know, like, doing its own thing as well. Like, the Devil Forge Master system is just so cool. It's just one of those things where it's, you can only experience it by playing the game. Think Pokemon in a way, funny enough. But, you know, it's like Pokemon meets Castlevania. You know? Which is kind of funny, considering we're talking about Pokemon in the Castlevania series. And Castlevania, you know, it using mechanics that Pokemon would eventually use. Kind of funny how it goes full circle like that. Tornado. Tornadoes are always nice. 380 experience. Nice. Really, really nice. Ooh, I need to hunt that one down. Yes. Honestly, dude, like, Castlevania Curse of Darkness is considered the best 3D Castlevania game. Like, I'm not even joking about that. I mean, it is very tight. I don't think I've experienced many glitches, if at all, playing through Curse of Darkness. It is a tightly made game. You know, there's just so many secrets to unlock. There's a crafting system where you can make weapons with all the weapons and materials that you find by defeating enemies. Think of Symphony of the Night if it had a crafting system, you know? Where you had all these different weapons, but you can make weapons with the weapons, you know? You could steal items from enemies to even make even more weapons. And there's also joke weapons. Knights, have you ever played a game where it's just like it's a super serious story, but then you have like these joke weapons that just feel so out of place? Let me tell you, I'm only going to spoil just a couple of these weapons for you to get you interested in Curse of Darkness. Some of the joke weapons are just flat out references or jokes. Like, there is the I think it's called the it's the rubber hammer from Sonic. You know, I think they call it the something hammer. Yeah, the rubber hammer, you know? You could wield a rubber hammer. You could wield a broom. You can have a Gatling gun. Like 15th century Wallachia, or whatever the area is called. Soul Cobbler has them, and I'm very interested in joke weapons. Oh yeah, then you would love Castlevania. Castlevania has so many joke weapons in outfit. Like, references to other games, series, you know, it is so amazing to see, you know? I mean, one of these days, I'm gonna have to go through Curse of Darkness again here on stream, because I did it before with Okami, so that way she can experience it for the first time as well, but I think I would be very interested in playing it again, just like solo on stream. It's kind of like going through and just maybe 100%ing it. I don't know. Because there's just so much content in Curse of Darkness outside of the main story. There are 2 separate towers which you can fight a gauntlet full of enemies, and you get a very important items from that. You can even use it to gain either experience or even more materials later on. Much like Lament of Innocence, there's also a Belmont mode. You can play as the Belmont that is in Curse of Darkness, you know? it's just chock full of features and hidden secrets that no one would be able to find out. I remember, like, when I was playing through Curse of Darkness when I was younger, there was this hidden secret where if you ran continuously for, I think, like, several hours, you would get a very special item. I don't remember what it was called, but you had to keep running. Like, you could not stop, you could not fight, you just had to keep walking. It doesn't matter what direction, as long as you just kept walking for a certain amount of time, you would get this special item. I never got it because I couldn't keep my PS2 on that long. But alright, friends, as we're going to be coming up here soon, why don't we go ahead and take ourselves a little bit of break, and we'll be right back after these messages. Okay, we are back with Castlevania. No, wait a minute, no. What am I saying? We're not playing Castlevania, we're playing .hack. Wow, guys, remember the Castlevania game where you entered this MMO? Wow, Castlevania. EU. You know I'm tired when I can't even get the right, right game when I'm talking about it. So down for a stream? Oh yeah, honestly, I would love. You know what? Let's see. So Free Stream Friday is coming up. I do have one addition, like outside of the two that are going to be carried over. One of them is going to be Fuga, as like someone in the community actually gifted me Fuga, which is a .hack, like not .hack. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess you could say .hack inspired. It is CyberConnect's other game that they have made over the years, taking inspiration from .hack, of course, you know. I'll put that on the Free Stream Friday list. But there's also, I'll also put Castlevania Curse of Darkness on, for those who want to see it, haha. If you want to vote for Free Stream Friday, I'll have the poll up on Friday. You get to determine what game I play. That's gonna be fine, that's gonna be nice. I forgot what other two games I put for Free Stream Friday. So we'll definitely have to see. Like, you guys surprise me with some of the choices that you make, you know? Like, I could put a choice that I think, oh yeah, no one's gonna want to watch this game, and then you surprise me with like 5 or 6 votes in that, you know? It's just absolutely crazy. Like, you guys surprise me all the time. You know? Super surprising, super cool, super fine. Ah, man, that's an... Now I have to get rid of the death. Man, guys, we need to get rid of death. Death is just too much, you know? Let's just get rid of death. I got a song in my head. I do not know what the heck is going on today. I do not know what the heck is going on today. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no. Ooh, little yeah. Alright, we're 425 experience. We're almost halfway there. Let's go. Honestly, I'm so glad to be actually getting a different weapon so far for this stream. Like, I think this is the first time in several streams that we were able to change our weapons and actually, you know, have some kind of cosmetic. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Like, let's see, probably during my own time, I'll look for different, like, weapons. If I can find level 40-esque weapons, something to strive to, because I do like the idea that these weapons are our rewards for going through this challenge, you know? Like, I guess you could say it is our progression mark for how far we have come in this challenge. Because I'm, like, while I'm doing this, I'm looking at the stuff that is above, like where we have timer and everything, you know, the timer, the experience need. So we are sub 20,000 experience. Like, we just need 20,000 experience and then we're pretty much finished, you know? And so far, this would be, like, after this stream, this would be 50 hours. Close to it, I would. Yeah, 50, like a little over 50 hours. That is crazy. I have spent so many streams, so much time trying to get through. It is absolutely crazy. It is bonkers. It is just, it is weird. It is very, very weird. Think you scare me, goblins? You think I'm scared of you? Alright, oh, go, go, go. Go, Haseo, go. Go, Haseo, go. We can do this. Let's see if we can get to 800 experience before the next ads. In about an hour. Come on, get over here. Boom. 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 There are just so many enemies. So little time. I have cut down a lot of these goblins. I have lots of these swords. These swords. Do they do something? Do they know? Do they know that this is their existence? To be struck down by the terror of death. Time. Do they know that all they are is an EXP farm? I would say before this challenge started, no one thought much of the Goblin Rookie. I think I've defeated more Goblin Rookies than any player has ever done. Like in .hack. I have slain so many of these enemies. No, I would say I probably hold the world record for number of Goblin Rookies slain in .hack GU. I would gladly take the title of Goblin Slayer. Goblin Rookies. This is a level 3 area, and we're level 30 at the moment. We are 10 times the recommended level. We are so. I'm just fly. Fly me to the moon. Let me play among the stars. Do 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 do. I like Frank Sinatra. He's such a good vocalist, musician, whatever he is. He is a singer. I don't know why I've got this song stuck in my head now. When will this song end? I do not know, but let's pretend that I know what I'm talking about right now. Dude, I do not. I do not know what I am doing sometimes. I do not know hey, that's a tornado. We do love tornadoes. We always sell them and trade them. It's a good song though. It really is a good song. You know. I do like Frank Sinatra. You know, they're very good songs. And funny enough, a Frank Sinatra song was used in a Final Fantasy game, if you can believe it. Yeah, Strangers of Paradise. If you've ever played that game, it is a crazy game, and I love it. It is one of those, like, that's another game we need to play on stream sometime. Again, Strangers of Paradise Final Fantasy. I guess you could say it is a prequel to Final Fantasy 1. And it is just as crazy as Final Fantasy 1. I'm not even kidding. Strangers of Paradise is the perfect prequel for the Final Fantasy series. Why? Because it is batshit insane. It makes some semblance of sense, and it is over the top. Like the original Final Fantasy. Best part is, they've got the job system in Strangers of Paradise, where you can switch jobs, like, you just, like, try out different abilities. You can even switch jobs on the fly in combat, you know, switch between two different ones you have equipped. And Frank Sinatra is one of the main singers, well, I mean, his songs, I should say, Frank Sinatra songs are like the intro and outro of that game. You cannot tell me that Strangers of Paradise is not a good game. Like, when you got Frank Sinatra being the forefront of that game. They really need to make a second Strangers of Paradise. I enjoyed that game so much. The end game is a little bit much, though. Like, when it comes to its DLCs and everything. Like, there was just so much there. I don't even think I even got to the final DLC because there was just so much, like, so much going on with it. But I enjoyed it. Like, I have Strangers of Paradise for both my PC and PS4, and I don't really use the multiplayer aspects very often, but it's there. It's fine. It's dandy. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you know, when I bit off more than I can chew. And through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. I love such a good song. You can tell that I get a little musical here, you know? Sometimes you just gotta have a little bit of music, even though it kind of conflicts with the background music. That's fine, you know? This channel, we do whatever. We sing whatever, regardless of if it's that just whatever I have in the background currently. $500. We've reached the 500 mark. Nice. Very, very nice. I can't unhear Mr. Perfect So saying it. Oh, absolutely. I can't hear Mr. Perfect So either. I mean, let's be serious here. No one sings my way better than Mr. Perfect So. He is for priceless, the look upon your faces. I cannot sing the rest of this song, 'cause I don't remember the lyrics that it goes. I cannot, I don't, honestly, now that I think about it, I don't even think I can finish this song, because, you know, of the lyrics that, part of it, but yes. Mr. Perfect So. Mr. Perfect Cell! Welcome to the Cell Games! Sponsored by HeatTap. And voiced by Taka of Team 4-Star. Honestly, I do like Taka's. He is like a perfect Cell voice. No pun intended. He is a good fit for Cell. You know, when I think of that character, I just think of the voice actor behind him, you know? Like, Team 4-Star really did a good job with, you know, the Dragon Ball Z abridged, and even their own Home for Infinite Loser series. A fantastic series, you know? I'm glad they're still doing doing something with the characters, you know? Excuse me. I think the one song that is always stuck in my head in regards to Team 4-Star. Boostage, 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 I like him and Devil Artemis as they both do great. Oh, absolutely. Like, Devil Artemis and the Cell Versus series, so nice. Like, it's so funny. Like, I think when it comes to Devil Artemis's rendition of Cell and, like, the Versus series, they can pretty much go go whatever direction they want, regardless of how ridiculous it may seem, you know? I think, let's see, one of my favorite Devil Artemis is shorts, or like a series. Let me see, what was my favorite one out of those matchups? I think I like the Perry the Platypus. Perry the Platypus versus Cell. I think that one is a pretty funny one. Let's see, what else? Whatever. But seriously, seriously. You checked out Last Remnant? I have not. I have not yet. Let's see, Last Remnant. I'm gonna have to look that up, bud. Because that sounds familiar. Oh, wait a minute. Is that Last Remnant? Why does that sound familiar? That sounds familiar. Actually, now that I think about it, I think I might have looked it up at some point. I just don't remember about it, you know? Oof. It's good to have a cup of tea next to you when you're trying to go ahead and get all the experience. I think my sickliness is actually cleaning up a little bit, which is good. It's pretty good, pretty fine, pretty dandy. Oh, a fun PS2 game is, I'm going to butcher these names, Genji or Genji. Forgot how it's spelled. Genji. What is that? I don't think I've ever heard of either interpretation, either one. So let me see if I can look it up here after this battle. Let me see. Let me take a gander. Let me take a gander at this game. It's called Genji PS2. Yeah, it's Genji. Yeah, you got it right. Genji for the PS2. It looks like some kind of hack and slash? Just basing it off the screenshots that I'm seeing right now. I could be entirely wrong. Let's see. Yeah, it kind of looks like some kind of hack and slash. Okay, so it's a 3D. Oh, I remember this game. Okay, there's one screenshot I just seen. I've never played this game, but I've always wondered what it was. So apparently it was Genshin. Like there's this one screenshot with okay. I recognize this game. Holy crap! I saw this game in a magazine, like one of the old Game Informer magazines, like early 2000s or something like that. Like, I remember seeing this in an old Game Informer magazine. Just wondering what the heck it was. And now I know. I'm gonna have to check this game out. Because that hit some nostalgia for me, you know? That hit the nostalgia factors. I've never played it before, but something about this one image that I'm seeing triggered a core memory that has been lingering in my mind for so long. It's so fun. Ooh, okay. And I do like the aesthetics. And honestly, for the PS2, it looks really nice. I mean, this looks like a really nice PS2 looking game. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, kind of reminds me a bit of Ozzy. Let's see, who is this made by? I wonder. Let's see, what was this game made by? I forgot I was in battle. Oops. Oopsie poopsie. Yeah, I'm getting myself distracted. Let's see. This game might be a little A little too bloody for a stream, fair warning. I mean, I don't think it's going to be that bad. As long as I put the content warnings on the Twitch stream, I think it'll be fine. Not to mention, PS2 gore isn't really all that explicit, to be quite honest. It's not like Mortal Kombat is now, where it's like so detailed. Like you would definitely need a warning. But PS2 gore, it's not, I don't think it's going to be that bad. At least I say that now. So, who made this game? Let's see here. Game Republic. I have never seen Game Republic before. Was a Japanese video game developer based in Tokyo. Interesting. Interesting, hang on. Yoshiki Okamoto. Who? Yoshiki Okamoto. Why does that name sound familiar? Where do I know that name from? Because I'm looking at the information regarding the game now, and it's director. Oh, wait a minute. He made the original Resident Evil. Interesting. Okay, so the same guy who made the original Resident Evil actually worked on Genji. Ooh, okay. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of cool. That makes me want to check it out, you know? Interesting. Man, this is firing off nostalgia. Like, boom, boom, boom. You know, in my mind, you know? I'm definitely gonna have to play Genji at some point, you know? After seeing that. Bum bala 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 bum 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 bum. Wah 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 wah. Wah 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 wah. Wum wah 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 wum. Wah 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 wum. Wah 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 wum 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 wum. La 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 la. I recommend that game, so good. There's 2 playable characters and they're both fun. Ooh, we do like variety. Honestly, it kind of makes sense. Resident Evil had 2 playable characters. I would be surprised if there were just 1 character, but 2 characters pretty nice. 2 characters, I do like the option. And honestly, this kind of reminds me of Onimusha in a way. Like, I don't know, like, if this is like in that same vein, but it definitely, I'm getting some Onimusha vibe when it comes to Genji. Or this might be more, I guess, like historically accurate, maybe? I don't know, I could be wrong. You could probably tell me, Knight, like if I'm kind of close. Now, is it closer to like a fiction where it's like a fantasy fiction where like you have like these supernatural creatures and such, or is it more like a, I guess you could say, historical accurate, I guess, depiction of a certain event or such? You know, you might be able to, if you could clarify that for me, like, just so that way I have a better idea as to what I'm getting into with Genji. Because honestly, it looks pretty cool. I mean, for its time, it looks like a PS3 game. At least from the screenshot I've seen. It might not be so much when I actually play it, but from what I'm seeing, it looks like it could be on the PS3. You know, the UI is very similar to that of Castlevania Curse of Darkness 2, funny enough. In a lot of ways, you know, the yellow bar representing the boss health, and you got your health on the top left-hand corner. Historical fantasy. Oh, okay, so that makes sense. Honestly, I think I would definitely like it then, because I do like trying out like these older games that are just lost in time, that we just never got an opportunity to like be ported over to ever be ported over to like newer consoles. I think like we need more game preservation, you know? We need more opportunity to just go and just preserve these games as we can, you know? Because obviously they're not going to be ported over anytime soon. Kinda sucks, but you know what? We do our best. As gamers, we will preserve the games ourselves. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see if I can find Genji and just kind of like order. Because I do want to try, I do want to give it a try. You know? It looks fun. It looks awesome. Here's your wow. Here's me. I'm sorry. 602 experience. Let's go. We got this. Yeah, there's a lot of great games on. There's just so many good titles, not just like the more popular ones. I remember when I was younger, I used to also play a lot of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. That was bomb. That was so good. Like, I remember playing a lot of that, and also kind of like playing it around with the custom track editor, right? The custom skate park editor. I'd say. Yeah, it was so much fun, and being able to play as Jango Fett. You know it. Excuse me. I just learned today there's a Genji 2. Ooh, okay, so it's an entire series. Honestly, that I have something to look forward to. I've got myself a project. I got myself something to do, you know, during the weekend, like while I'm editing my videos and you know writing my script, which I really need to get it on my my next video. Because I've been sort of procrastinating on it. It's mostly been busy with work, you know? So, I'm going to have to look up the Genji series. I think that would be a fun thing to talk about the next time we do. You know, if I can find myself a copy of Genji 1, I'll play through it and it's kind of go along with it, you know? Because like I said, as far as I'm aware, it's not, like, there's no port of it, to any modern system. Hey, if it's easily accessible, I'll definitely just buy it through that instead of trying to find a secondhand copy. I'm gonna have to get some tea soon. Oh, out of tea. Oh no. Such a sad day. I gotta hunt down the second. Oh, so it's for PS3. Okay. So that's interesting. This is very interesting. I gotta hunt one down the second one on the PS3. I imagine it's probably gonna be expensive because a lot of these older games, like, they don't get ported over. Like I, you know, talked about this a couple times. It's probably going to be expensive to like buy it. You know. I think a good example of hard to get games is the original Dot Hack games, like IMOC. Like, Infection and Mutation are about $30, which that's no problem. But when you get to Outbreak and Quarantine, like especially Quarantine being the second like most pricey PS2 game market, like I think like Quarantine alone is like $300. Because I sure hope that's not the same case when it comes to Genji. You know? I would not spend hundreds of dollars on one PS2 or PS3 game. I don't have that kind of money. I don't got the money. Man, unless someone wants to secretly drop me $300. Oh. I thought there would be someone secret. Like a secret watcher that just ready. Okay, I'm ready to donate this money. You just gotta say the word. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of good titles for the PS2 and the PS3. So I didn't really grow up much with the PS3. The way I did my progression of gaming, I had a PS2, and then I switched to Xbox 360, and then I got a PS4, and then the PS4 is and then I got a Switch. I got a Switch Lite. So I jumped all over the place in terms of like gaming consoles and everything over the years. Until my final one is the PC, you know, which I'm playing on right now. So I have experience in pretty much all of these consoles. I see the first Genji is for 20 bucks. Okay, that's actually pretty good. That's honestly, I'm surprised it's not more expensive, but I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining one bit. Because, you know, games are way too expensive as is. For 20 bucks, definitely worth it. I think it would be definitely worth picking it up then. But the one on PS3 though, the PS3, wow, I speak like Mike Tyson now. Ooh. Nice. I haven't looked into that one yet. Oh, you haven't looked into the PS3 version yet? Yeah, I imagine the PS3 or like Genji 2 is probably going to be a little bit more expensive. You know, at least in my mind. I could be wrong. Hey, I mean, I hope it's like even cheap, like just to be able to pick it up and just to see how this is. You know, I have to figure out something like that. Yeah, I would love to get these older games a try because these channels, like, well, the YouTube channel is more geared towards .hack, and while I do upload my streams simultaneously, you know, the Twitch channel and such is all about just kind of like playing all these retro games, like just exploring games that really don't get played a whole lot, you know, especially like PS2 and Game Boy games. A lot of these older games that just get lost to time, you know. Ooh. Ooh, boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm telling you guys, do me a favor. Never get old. Don't grow up. Be forever 21 or whatever. I don't know. Never get old. And look, I know I'm only 30 years old, but I'm feeling like an old. I'm feeling like an old man currently. It's just, here I am. I'm talking to a monitor. You know, someone is on the other end. Hello there. Yeah. Just never grow up, never get old. 662 experience. We are getting there. We are doing this. You're not that much older than me. Fair. You know what? That's fair. You know, it's kind of funny. You know, sometimes I refer to, like, in terms of, like, by D&D groups, I think, like, a lot of my players are younger. Like, not, like children or anything, just, like, early to late 20s, and here I am in my 30s. I sometimes feel like the dad of the group. You know, here I am making puns, you know, being jovial, you know. Just, honestly, I feel like I'm getting all this dad energy that's just stored up in me. Just, you know, one of these days, I might grow bald, you know? I might have a funny mustache, you know? I might tell a joke or two, you know, that I find really funny, you know? I might do more puns. I think that would be hilarious. Honestly, now that I think about it, hey, I'm hoping when I'm older I get to keep my full head of hair, but, you know, like I said, you know, it's not easy being, it's just not easy, you know. I don't know where I was going with this. It's not easy. It is, you know, I'm turning 31 in July. I'm turning 31 in July. I'm coming to grasps with me the idea that I'm in my 30s now. Sometimes I wish, oh yeah, I'm only 29. No. Oh, I'm 30. I got the 3 in front of the O. And now there's going to be a 1 in place of a 0. So, yeah, there's actually a tradition here for birthday streams that, at least in terms of like my birthday and everything. So every birthday I have, I always call off maybe like a day or two prior, or maybe like during my birthday, and we always play Final Fantasy IV. Like, doesn't matter what version. Like, it's a tradition on this channel that we play Final Fantasy IV, like, on this channel. I once played the After Year, for about, like, 4 hours straight because it was such a long chapter. But, you know, it is always a tradition that we play Final Fantasy IV for my birthday, which my birthday is on July 22nd. So, I'm coming up to it, and, you know, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's gonna be a fun time. Honestly, I'm hoping this challenge is done before my birthday. If not, I'll definitely try to find time to actually finish this because, you know, we're getting close. We're getting close. We got 20 levels. You know, we're coming up on 19 levels left. You know. Excuse me. You're still young, dude. Don't worry about it. Oh, it's not that I'm worried about it. I'm mostly making jokes about it now. Because I'm like, oh boy, you know, 10 years from now, you know. 10 years from now, things are gonna change. I'm gonna be a millionaire. You know, I'm gonna do all this stuff. Well, guess what? I got the best job in the world, you know. And that is doing this, you know. That is doing this. Honestly, like, I joke about my age all the time. And I do like the reactions I get from people saying, "Oh, you're not that old. Come on, 30. You're still baby. You're still baby. You're 30 years old. You know, that old. You're young. You're youngin." But still, I've got the best job in the world. I'm here for you guys. I'm talking with all these amazing people. I'm talking with you Knights. I'm talking with Titan. You know, I can't ask for a much better community. You know? 4 years of doing the streaming, and like you guys are the reason I come back. You guys make me feel like a kid again. And the funny thing is, I never really had that much confidence doing streaming, you know, like early on, because hey, I am not very good at communication. I know. I know. Crazy, right? I'm not very good at communicating at all whatsoever. And like over time, it just sort of I just kind of got used to it, you know? It's one of those things, you know? When you first start out, you kind of get a little nervous. You're not sure what to say, what to do. I mean, I sometimes do that now, but I like when it comes to like stuff like this, I ramble on. I just let my mind wander. My Swiss cheese mind, like, is trying to fill the holes in. Trying to get the words out, trying to get whatever conversation. I see. I lost my point. There we go. I honestly lost my train of thought. Wow, the train of thought just left the station. It left without me. Bye bye. Oh well, it probably wasn't important, you know. What was I saying? I don't know. I was saying something. Oh yeah. Yeah, like I said, I got this pretty cool job, you know. You know, I'm talking with you guys, I'm having fun, I'm playing Donhag GU, you know, in the levels, you know. Such a good day. It's such a good night. Good. It's tonight's gonna be a good night. 'cause tonight's gonna be a good night. Hey Neil J, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Good to have you here, dude. I hope you're having a fantastic night. You know, welcome, welcome. We're just here talking. I'm mostly rambling at the moment. I'm talking about my age. I'll be 31 here soon. You know, in a couple of months. You know, talk about my reflections about, you know, streaming and everything. I've been doing this for 4 years now. You know, this whole streaming thing has gotten easier over time. And now I'm just like, you know what? I don't mind rambling. I don't mind going on little tangents. You know, I'm doing good. How about you? Well, I am coming all. I'm slowly getting sick. Nothing too serious. It's just I've been out in the rain all day, so I'm sniffling. Well, maybe not so much now, but when I first started streaming, I was sniffling, sneezing, you know, all that good stuff. And yeah, but otherwise I'm doing well. A little tired, but I am doing well. How are you doing today? You having a good time? You enjoying your day? Do something awesome? You doing all the good stuff? I will be 31. Yes, 31 in July. Yep, I'm 30. I know. Like, I do not look 30. I look 31. I know. I know. It shocks a lot of people that I don't look 31. I'm actually 30. Boop. 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 Yep. I turned 31 in July 22nd. That is my birthday. I'm going to be having a special birthday celebration planned out for you guys. We'll all have a good time. It's a couple months from now, but you know, hey, the time is flying. Time is, honestly, this year is going by pretty fast. You know? I'm going live. Like this stuff, you know, this year is going by way too fast. Can we slow the year down a little bit? You know, just a little bit, just a little bit, little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. Do 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 do. Oh. Oh yeah, we're not doing about it. Oh yeah, no, Jay. Yeah, we're actually doing a little over 8,000 damage now. We got ourselves a new weapon. We got the Wind Piney. I should be back home in time to watch the birthday stream thing. Yeah, awesome. Oh, you should be back home in time. Oh, you're doing something interesting tonight? Going to travel the world? You're going to space? You're going to cross galaxy? You know, you're doing all the fun stuff. Yeah, don't worry. I'll definitely let people know like when we actually do like the birthday celebration thing, because I'm going to be taking that day off, because there's no way I'm working on my birthday. Let's be real. You know, I'll probably do like not multi-stream, but just, well, I mean, you know, this is a multiple. I'll be streaming probably throughout the entire day in intervals. I'll do 2 hours this time, 2 hours the next time, and you're going to Universal. Oh, that is so sick, dude. Honestly, I have never been to Universal, but I hear it's so fun. Like, there's just so much there now. The only place I've ever been, like, in terms of like, I've never been to Universal Studios, but I have been to Disney World twice when I was much younger. Now, honestly, as an adult, I really do want to go down and just see like what all has changed. But yeah, I hope you have fun at Universal Studios. I just realized while playing through .hack GU mainly how surprisingly useful the guild mechanics are when it comes to dungeons. Oh yeah, absolutely. Guild mechanics. Oh, you're talking about the like being able to get the storage, being able to heal, all that good stuff. Yeah, like that stuff really does help out in the long run. Though I would say it's probably a lot better in the PS2 version when you utilize it more often. I mean, at least from my experience, like by the time you hit Volume 3, you really don't get too much benefit out of the guild stuff. at all. Like, I think that's mostly due because you get so much experience. You really don't visit the area, like random areas, as often as you do. It's my first time going to any theme park, so I'm gonna say, oh, ooh, awesome. Okay, so Knight, here's what you gotta do. Like, here's what you gotta do. Take my advice from someone who hasn't been in a theme park in 20 years. You know, your first time going there, you have to ride everything. Like every single ride, like regardless of what it is, you have to ride it at least once. Second, you gotta hide your wallet. You don't want to spend all of your money, because if you bring your wallet to some of these shops, you will easily spend $200 or $300 on merchandise. You will be tempted to buy stuff. At some point, you can actually teleport across the map. Oh yeah, absolutely. Honestly, that is the most helpful one in the fields. Not so much dungeons, I don't think, but the fields especially. Because being able to teleport from one section to another really does help out in the long run. I think, let's see. I'm trying to think. Like, I don't remember all of the guild features. Mostly because I don't use them too often. Because I mostly just use it as a book. Noted. Yes. Yes. It's good to write the notes. It's good to have notes. You know? Yeah, you gotta keep that noted. You know? Again. This is just cut. Look, when I'm saying this, you are listening to 10-year-old Claude. You are listening to 10-year-old Claude and his advice. So hey, I have to listen to my 10-year-old self. My 10-year-old self, like, knows a thing or two about rides. You know, just gotta experience everything you can. You know, everything possible. Because you never know. You never know. You might have a favorite ride. You might have a favorite attraction. You might even find something that you really want as a souvenir, you know? I actually do want to go, like, I actually do want to go ahead and, like, go to a theme park again, because the last theme park I have ever went to, it wasn't Disney World. I mean, I went to Disney World twice. One when I was, like, 8, and another when I was 10, I believe. Because I was in middle school when I went to Florida. I think the actual, like, the last major theme park I went to was, I think it was right after high school. Like, I went with a couple buddies of mine to I think it was either Six Flags or Hershey Park. I want to say it was Hershey Park. Yeah, a few buddies of mine actually went to Hershey Park for a little while. And that was a fun time too. The rides there were pretty nice. They're pretty good. If you like chocolate, you'll like Hershey Park. Excuse me. Okay, now it got me thinking. Now I'm thinking about all the rides I used to go on. Let's see. Yes, I remember a few. I didn't go like. I know there was a lot of things that I went on when I went to Hershey Park, like years and years ago. But that just seemed like a memory now. Man, reminiscing. I'm experiencing a flashback. I remember getting on all the roller coaster rides, and I think one of the rides at Hershey Park was actually called the Fahrenheit. It was this roller coaster where basically I think there was this. I'm trying to remember what it was. I think the Fahrenheit was the roller coaster where basically you went up like this tall hill, and then just like immediate drop down, like 90-degree drop off. You know, you just went downhill and then just kind of went through the rest of the coaster. Like, we're talking at least 100. I might be exaggerating because, you know, hey, teenage self, you know, go to exaggerate the height of things. I want to say it was easily about 50 to 75 feet, like the Fahrenheit was. You know, just going upward, kind of like this. You know, just like you're back towards the ground. Trying to keep everyone's affection up in .hag GU is absolute chore. But man, is it satisfying. Oh, absolutely, 100%. And I think that there is a way to increase affinity in Volume 3, the God Chim, I believe it is. where you end up getting more affinity with whoever is in your party by picking that gym. I'm going there to meet my D&D group, so I'm excited about that. Dude, hey, Knight, what a coincidence! I'm doing that with my D&D group too, yeah! In August, I'm gonna be meeting, like, the entire crew that I have for, maybe not the entire crew, but a lot of the people that you've seen here on this channel, Okami, MC Milkies, Maya, you know, we are going to be getting together in August, and we're going to be playing some Dungeons & Dragons in real life. It's awesome. Man, I cannot wait to meet because a lot of these people I have not met at all. I've only known them through, like, this channel and even, you know, just from my own personal D&D games. So the fact that I get to meet some of my best friends for the first time, it is an amazing feeling. And, oh man, I am so, like, honestly, dude, it's such a wonderful feeling to meet up with a D&D group. And just, like, not only do you get to enjoy Universal Studios, but you get to also play D&D with some pretty cool folk, you know? Now, Knight, are you a DM or are you a player? That's the question here. Same with my group? Yes, same with my group. Yeah, it's good meeting them for the first time. Like, there's just so much emotion to it. I'm actually really excited just talking about it. I'm starting to realize I'm the only one without in real life friends. DOJ, let me tell you something, dude. I will guarantee you will find a friend offline. You might not realize it, but eventually everyone does have someone. You will eventually find someone that you can, like, convey pretty much anything and everything to. It's not gonna be, like, instantaneous. You probably might not even realize it, but it will be a friend. Like, you will have a friend offline. I can guarantee that. You know? You just gotta put yourself. I know it's kind of cliche for me to say, but you just gotta put yourself out there. Join some community groups. You know, like if you play some card games, there's plenty of card game tournaments. If you go to Comic-Con, go to Comic-Con. You know, just seek out people, you know, like talk, maybe not just like insert yourself into conversations, but just be like, hey, like just meet up with people, talk with people, have some fun. You're a player? Nice. So what is your D&D character that you're going to be using? I'm curious. What kind of character are you using? Or is that like, or is that a secret, just in case some of your other friends are watching the stream? Because I'm interested to know what kind of character you got going on there. 809 experience. Ow. Impressive. Very, very impressive. 812 experience. Ah! Oh. Man, I'm definitely gonna have to go to bed after this. I'm getting myself the sleeps. Someone is putting the sleep spell on me. Sort of affected me. It's okay though. We got less than 200 experience left. We can pull through. We can do this. I'm gonna have to get myself another glass of tea. Whoa. Whew. Gotta do these stretches. Get myself worked up. You know, I gotta get the energy up. Gotta power up like a Super Saiyan. I'm playing a chaotic evil, oh god, monk whose life goal is to rule Barovia. Let's see, as revenge on instead for stealing their on Strahd for stealing their wife. You know, that is an interesting character. And if you do multi-class, what you could do is Like, I don't know how many levels you plan on doing, but if you go into Paladin, like, so I know it's kind of like a weird combination for a Monk Paladin, but Monk Paladin, Oath of Vengeance. Think about that. You are mad at Straw for stealing your wife so much that you are going to hit him really fast with the power of holy punches. I'm just saying, I think that would be pretty cool, you know? I don't know how many levels you plan on taking, you know, throughout this campaign, but that's something to keep in mind, you know? Holy punches, you know? Alright friends, we're going to be going on a break here in just a few moments. Go ahead and get yourself a sack and a nice little drink. We'll be right back after these messages. Alright, we are back with more .hack. Let's go. Alright, let me go ahead and catch up. Okay, let me go ahead and catch up what you guys are saying. Whew. I just gives it for just one moment. Holy crap. Holy loss of air, Batman. Yeah, crap. Oh my goodness, I don't know what the heck happened there. Sort of lost my air windpipe for a moment. Anyway. Alright, anyway, let me go ahead and catch up with what you guys are going to say. I'm going to ask my DM about that next level up. Yes, go for it. You know, there are many ways to go around with the monk, like both flavor and mechanics wise. I always like to have a mixture of both. It's not how I always listen about D&D campaign. Yeah, I never participate in them. That's how I used to do it at the D&D table. I used to sit every morning until I graduated in 2023. Yeah, and it's super fun. I highly recommend it. Oh, absolutely. Like, Knight is right, dude. Like, Dungeons and Dragons is one of those games where you can just let loose and have fun being someone else entirely. You can either be the most ideal version of yourself, or you could be someone entirely different, you know? The best way I like to tell people, like, what Dungeons and Dragons is, it gives you the same feeling as when, like, I can't really speak for everyone saying it, but when we were kids, we were always play pretend, like we're pirates, or we're playing pretend, essentially. That's pretty much what it is. But it's like, in this case, as an adult, we're playing pretend with dice, you know? We are having ourselves a collective narrative experience by creating something unique, like, to us when we're writing and contributing to the story. And D&D is even more accessible now than it has been in any, like, throughout its entirety, you know? Excuse me. There's plenty of D&D groups out there looking for players, and in some cases, like Dungeon Masters. Dude, yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, it's pretty much how we used to do as kids, but only this time we're able to turn our experiences as adults and turn it into something unique to us, you know? Like, if you want to be a football playing king in space, you go and do that. Or you could just be a normal human named Tom that just got swept up with an adventure. You know? That is entirely up to you. Ah, the good old days where you pick up a stick and it became the most powerful weapon in the world. Yes, exactly. That same exact thing happens in D&D. Pick up a random weapon that your DM gives you, like, or you go search it out yourself, and you use that weapon to become the most powerful knight in the world, you know? Like, whether it be through roleplay sense or mechanical, anything that you put your mind to, you can, in a way, make happen in Dungeons & Dragons. It is one of the most creative and customizable games out there. And it doesn't have to be Dungeons & Dragons. It could be other tabletop games. You know, shameless plug. There's also Regeneration if you want to play a .hack tabletop RPG. There's also Call of Cthulhu. There's Vampire the Masquerade. I think that's a tabletop. I could be wrong. You know, there's so many other game systems that tailor to your specific genre or whatever it is you like. If you like high fantasy, then Dungeons & Dragons is for you. If you like the gothic nature and like otherworldly just themes, then Call of Cthulhu would be the game for you, you know? There's something for everyone. And like regardless of what system it is, as long as you find like a couple people to play with, along with a dungeon master who is willing to set up story and environment and all that for you, then it is one of the most rewarding experiences I have ever gone through. Yeah, exactly. Mutants and Masterminds. I've never played that, but I know a lot of people like that as well. I've heard stories of mutants and masterminds, you know? It's just like, there's just so many options for so many types of people, you know? Or you could just, like, I'm going to go back to .hack a little bit in this case, but there's also a simple TTRPG that's mostly meant for one-shots, Infinite Generation. My system is based off of that same tabletop RPG system. So, you could even go with something simpler like that, you know? Just find a group of players, you know, that is willing to get together with you and just, you know, just let loose, have fun. You know? You could be as creative or as simple as you want to make it, you know? Like my first character, you know, his name, I know, very original. His name is called Gaston. He was a human paladin, and I was playing Curse of Strahd. Off topic, but by the time I get to the end of Volume 3, the party is going to look like the cast from Overlord. Honestly, you're not too far off. I mean, you've got the literal embodiment of death. You know, you've got like the cinnamon roll. You've got the Tsundere. You've got the 3 antagonistic trio that ends up, you know, antagonizing the main character. I mean, yeah, you're right. It is pretty much Overlord. The only difference is Haseo is not undead. You know, that's really the only difference. And I guess you could say Endrance is let's see, Albedo. I think that's what her name is. If you that's the closest comparison I can make. In this case, Albedo is Endrance, or Endrance is Albedo, I should say. I honestly, man, now I'm seeing, now I can't unsee it now. I mean, especially since like a lot of these characters get just so overpowered by the end of the game, you know? Now, I don't think I've ever done this, but I've heard that eventually there's like once you finish the game, you either get an email or a like call out on like the forums about a team that wants to fight Haseo in the arena. I've never actually done that. That's an extremely cursed image. What? How is Endrance being Albedo cursed? I mean, really, I mean, they're practically the same character. I mean, sorta, kinda, maybe, I don't know. I know I'm kind of like stretching out like the comparisons here, but you know, it is funny to think about. It is a pretty funny image. I'm trying. Now got me thinking. Now got me thinking. There's a lot of thinking going on here, and yes, I do create cursed imagery all the time. You know? I was a paladin. Now I'm a warlock. I change my class every other month, you know? Because I am a jack of all trades. Next month I'll probably be a bard. Month after that I'll probably be a barbarian. Because you never know. Dun dun. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, another firestorm. That's pretty cool. That's pretty dandy. Excuse me, man. I'm just full of air right now. I mean, hey, better out than in, you know. I do apologize for my rude behavior. I'll try to be something. I haven't played a hard yet. I can't even read. I haven't played a hard yet. They seem fun. Oh, a bard. Okay, I was wondering. Yes, when it comes to the bard, they are probably one of the most overpowered classes in D&D. Not only are they like pretty much experts in most, if not all, skills with their jack of all trades feature, but they are spellcasters, which means you can grab spells from, like, if you're a lower bard, you can grab spells from other classes, but there's full spellcasters that have the capabilities of also doing melee. I strongly dislike autocorrect. Oh yeah, no one likes autocorrect. But I do like, you know, the idea that, you know what, you're not the bard. You're not bard, you're hard, you know. You are the harp. I don't know what I was gonna say. But yeah, bards are one of those classes where like they fit pretty much any type of role that you need. You need a spellcaster, they've got plenty of utility for both roleplay and combat. You need like some martial with heavies, well go with the sword bard because a lot of their features involved either getting more AC or gaining more damage. Pretty awesome. You need some extra supports, well, I mean, you got plenty of subclasses that do that. Like, for example, the Eloquence Bard. Want a roleplay character? Eloquence Bard is the way to go for because their level 3 feature makes it so that way you can't roll lower than I think of like a 9 on the die involving persuasion and deception checks. 2 of the most common checks in D&D. A level 3 feature that makes it so that way your bare minimum on the die roll is 9 or 10 or something like that. And then think of it this way. If you take expertise and persuasion, like let's just say you have a 16 charisma and you have expertise and persuasion. So level 3, okay, I gotta do my, so you'll have a +4 for proficiency bonus because expertise, as well as a +3 from your charisma. So that is 7. So the bare minimum you would get for any persuasion roll or deception roll as an eloquence bard is I want to say like a 16, like a bare minimum of 16. A bare minimum of 16 for any persuasion and deception check means that 9 times out of 10, you're going to be succeeding on that roll. Especially early on when DCs are not going to be super high. People are generally, not going to be able to see through your disguises all that much. Hot topic. Am I the only one who finds it weird that when it comes to magic classes, they either just give you healer or damage dealers? Well, I mean, I don't want to say that's not necessarily a hot topic, I would say. Like, a lot of games now come to either a healing focused character, a damage dealing focused character, or a support. There's usually either one of those 3 archetypes, and there's rarely ever any crossover between. So, like, let's just take this game for instance. You have 3 different types of casters. The Shadow Warlock, which deal elemental damage. And you got the Harvest Cleric, which focuses on healing, as well as the Macabre Dancer, which focuses on buffs and debuffs. I mean more in the sense of when you start out in the game. Oh yeah, pretty much, yeah. I mean, when you start out, it's just one or the other. There's usually no in between, Like, you're either doing the damage or you're doing the healing. Very rarely are you ever doing both. And if you are, well then, you're probably going to be the weakest link starting out. Like, maybe not so much late game when you got, like, so many choices of spells and you're able to pick and choose what you want. But for the most part, game... Oh, for a moment, I thought these goblins weren't going to move. Okay. But yeah, like, starting out, yeah, it's usually devolving. You're either doing damage or doing the healing. There's no in between. Like, I think Final Fantasy is a big one for that, where, like, there are some Final Fantasy games where, yes, you have... characters that can do combat, they can fight, but they are much better as healers. Excuse me. They're much better as healers, I think a good example of that would be Rosa from Final Fantasy IV. I know, I'm going to... My favorite game, for instance. Rosa is not only a white mage, but she's also an archer. A very good one at that, with her ability aim, making it so that way she never misses her attacks. Problem is, she's not particularly strong against normal enemies. Flying types, flying enemies, absolutely. Like, she'd be able to decimate them with her aim ability. But, she's better suited as a healer and a support type unit, That's what I mean. Like, they might have capabilities to fight, but really they're much better off being a healer. This was a fun stream. I have to get up early. Night, guys. You have a good night. I hope you have a fantastic sleep. It was good talking to you, and I'll see you probably soon. I hope to see you soon. Get some rest. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Boop. 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 We are so close to 31. We are so close to level 31. Let's go. You're doing so good. We're doing so fine. We're doing so dandy. No. I'm not gonna be. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Still can't believe we're almost at the max damage cap. Da 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 da. Oh no, I already have too many fairy orbs. What am I going to do? There we go. See? Got the peaceful leading freedom. Oh, it's gonna feel so free when I don't have to do this dungeon for a while. Because I think once I finish this particular challenge, I'm gonna take a little break from this. Play some games like for maybe a month or two, and then go to Volume 2. Because, my God, this is a Herculean challenge. This is a challenge for the ages. And we just need 53 more experience. Let's go. $950. $950. Boop. And a boop. Nice, got another tornado. Tornado's always nice. Up, up. You pew pew pew. You pew 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 pew. Ba 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 ba. Na 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 na. And so I'm thinking maybe 3 more dungeon runs and then we'll be at level 31. I think that's gonna be it. Yeah, I'm thinking either. I think it's mostly going to be 3. Not 3. 3 dungeon runs. That'll be it. You. 962. Let's go. Let us go, let us see, oh my, oh me. You do 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 pew 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 pew. $965. 968. And then 6 more experience coming up here. 974, but it'll be 977. Yeah, so definitely 2 more after. You're coming so close. We are doing it. We're fighting. We're winning. Yippee. Yes, guys. I'm so sorry. So sorry for the yawning. There you go, 977. Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. In. Right. 2 more dungeon runs, and then that'll be the 9. Let's go. Let's do this. Ooh, 980. We need 20 more experience. So through this dungeon right now, we're gonna get 12 more experience here. So we're gonna get 15 experience right now. I just had a random name from my project, from one of my projects. I wouldn't make. I can't even read it. That title name would be Edge Maidens. Edge Maidens. Edge Maidens. Maidens with giant greatsword. I like the name. It is a name. It is a good name. Maidens with Edge Punisher greatswords. The Edge Maidens. Such a good name. I like it. I like it. Just imagine, you know, you got the maidens, you know, you got the sword that is 3 times bigger than them. Just, you know, they're just bonking enemies. Kabonk. But that's a good name. That's a good name. That's a good name. I like it. You know, streamer approved. Stamp of approval. Alright. We just need like 1 more battle after this one. I think we hit level 31. Oh no, 2 more battles. Excuse me. 2 more battles, then we hit level 31. We just need 2 more battles. Only 2 more battles. One last dungeon run for the night, guys. Da-dun, da-dun, da-da-da-da-dun, da-da-dun, da-dun, da-da-da-da-da. Here we go. Here we go, friends. Level 31. This is it. Let's go. Level 31. Let's go. Let's go. Level 31. Yeah. Alright, let's finish this dungeon and call it a night. And we'll have some experience left over for next time. So I want to say, yeah, we'll probably be about over here. Probably be at 13 experience by the time we start the next level. Excuse me. Insert Final Fantasy X Part 2 victory theme. Yeah. Man, I really want to play Final Fantasy. You got me reminded me of that game. It's such a good game. Here we go. We got 13 experience left over for next time. Alright, let's head back to Malkanu, tally up our time. We'll edit the experience needed as well as the number of enemies we needed. let's go ahead and pop the save here. Alright, so we are at, let's see. We are at 50 hours, 14 minutes, 44 seconds. Hey Titan, how's it going? How's it going, my dude? Welcome, welcome. You know, I know you're here. Hi there. Hi Titan. Hi buddy. Welcome, welcome. Alright, so we got the time. Let's go ahead and get the amount of experience we need. Let's see. So we need 18,987. So 18,987. Then doing some quick maths here. The quick maths. All the good maths. My calculator. 18,987. We need to defeat a collective total of we need to defeat 6,329 more enemies. We needed to, okay, so our current playtime 50 hours. We need 18,987 experience, as well as we need to defeat 6,329 enemies. And so friends, I want to go ahead and say thank you so much for joining me here tonight. It was wonderful. Thank you Titan, thank you NeoJ, and Knight, if you end up watching this later, thank you very much. All of you are very wonderful people. And Cole, thanks for joining early in the stream. You're awesome, bud. And so friends, if you haven't already, if you're on YouTube, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Or if you are on the Twitch side of things, hit that follow button. That helps me out a lot. You can also head to our Discord if you wish to converse with me or any of my fellow peeps. You know, we can talk .hack. We can talk pretty much anything and everything. I'm also a .hack YouTuber. I make .hack content for .hack topics and .hack peeps. I'm always getting my outro wrong. Maybe I should rewrite my outro. Yeah. Hey, I'm a .hack creator. I do .hack topics for .hack people. And yes. It's like, friends, I hope all of you stay classy, stay beautiful, but most importantly, have yourselves